Get ready for an explosive debate. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris face off in a high-stakes battle that could shape America's future. Who will come out on top? The stage was set. The lights were hot. America watched with bated breath. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, two political heavyweights, prepared to clash in a debate that promised fireworks. The tension in the air was palpable. This was more than just a debate. It was a battle for the soul of America. Harris, known for her sharp intellect and cool demeanor, was ready to take on Trump, the unpredictable showman. The stakes couldn't have been higher. The future of the country hung in the balance. Both candidates were prepared to fight tooth and nail for every vote. The moderators, tasked with maintaining order in what was sure to be a chaotic showdown, took their places. The audience, a mix of supporters from both sides, buzzed with anticipation. This was it, the moment they had all been waiting for. Kamala Harris entered the debate with a clear strategy unsettled Trump. She knew his buttons, and she wasn't afraid to push them. Her weapon of choice? Provocation. With carefully placed barbs and pointed questions, she aimed to throw him off balance. Trump, never one to back down from a fight, took the bait every time. He responded with his trademark bluster and bravado, but Harris's provocations clearly got under his skin. The more flustered he became, the more she seemed to relish it. Harris's strategy was a risky one. Provoking Trump could backfire, making her appear disrespectful or even desperate. But it was a risk she was willing to take. She needed to expose his weaknesses, and she was betting that his own temper would be his undoing. As the debate wore on, a pattern emerged. Harris would land a jab, Trump would swing wildly in response, and she would sidestep, leaving him looking increasingly unhinged. It was a tactical masterclass, and it was clear that Harris was in control. Immigration, a perennial hot-button issue, took center stage as Harris and Trump clashed over border security, family separations, and the plight of undocumented immigrants. Trump, true to form, doubled down on his hardline stance, painting a picture of chaos and lawlessness at the southern border. Harris countered with compassion and common sense. She spoke of the human cost of Trump's policies, highlighting the stories of families torn apart and children locked in cages. Her words were a stark contrast to Trump's fear-mongering, and they resonated with many Americans. The debate over immigration was a microcosm of the larger ideological battle between the two candidates. Trump, the populist outsider, appealed to fear and division, while Harris, the experienced politician, offered hope and unity. As the debate raged on, it became clear that there was no easy solution to the complex issue of immigration. But Harris's willingness to engage in a nuanced discussion, rather than resorting to Trump's simplistic rhetoric, offered a glimmer of hope that progress could be made. The debate over abortion, perhaps the most divisive issue in American politics, was always going to be explosive. Harris, a staunch advocate for reproductive rights, came prepared to defend a woman's right to choose. Trump, emboldened by the overturning of Roe v. Wade, was eager to restrict access to abortion. Harris spoke passionately about the importance of bodily autonomy and the right of women to make their own healthcare decisions. She warned of the dangers of allowing the government to control women's bodies, drawing parallels to the dystopian novel The Handmaid's Tale. Trump, meanwhile, painted a picture of abortion as a moral abomination. He spoke of the sanctity of life and the need to protect the unborn. His words resonated with his base, but they did little to bridge the divide on this highly sensitive issue. The debate over abortion was a stark reminder of the deep divisions in American society. It was a debate about fundamental values, about the role of government, and about the very definition of life itself. And it was a debate that was far from over. As the dust settles, the debate leaves us with more questions than answers. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe and stay tuned for more in-depth political coverage.